About 3 days ago, some members of a Benue State Assembly connived to impeach the Speaker of our House. And at the end of the day, these people were caught and they were suspended. And in this plot of, impeachment of a Speaker, earlier as since the governor and his deputy were accused of being the one, orchestrating his removal just because he refused to, approve a commissioner-nominee. You all, before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, also leave your opinions in the comment section below. The immediate past Speaker of Benue State House of Assembly, Aondona Dajoh, was forced to resign his position for presiding over the House session where the nomination of a commissioner-nominee, Professor Yangien Ornguga, was rejected. This was disclosed by a Lagos-based journalist and former spokesman to the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Ismail Omipidan, on Sunday. Leadership reports that Dajoh abruptly resigned as Speaker on Sunday afternoon, and hours later, a suspended member of our House, Honorable Alfred Beggar Ambeja, was sworn in as the new Speaker. Recall that the new Speaker was part of a quartet suspended from the House a couple of days ago over the alleged plots to remove Speaker Dajoh. However, the high-wire Benue politics got to crescendo on Sunday when the leadership of a state assembly changed without any official reason. But Omipidan, a native of Osun State, who was incidentally born in Okoye in Benue State, took to his verified Facebook page on Sunday night to provide fresh perspectives to the development, saying Dajoh was punished for exerting the independence of a state legislature. In a short piece titled Benue House, Why Speaker Dajoh Was Removed, Ismail Omipidan, who described Dajoh as courageous, however, said that he knew that the former speaker will pay for his sin. He wrote, "The former speaker, Aondona Dajoh, was courageous in carrying out the screening of nominees for the position of commissioners last week. But I knew the rejection of the younger brother of the tough thief and associate professor of law, Yangien Ornguga, will trigger crisis." Ornguga, a lecturer at Benue State University, Makurdi, is the younger brother of a third thief, Professor James Otese Lozua Ayat. Lozua, a well-respected traditional ruler in the state, is very close to the governor, Father Hyacinth Alia, and so he was given a slot for commissionership, and he found his blood brother suitable for the position. Unfortunately, the lawmakers, owing to the deluge of petitions against the nominee, found him unworthy of holding the office. This, no doubt, may have infuriated the governor and the third thief, and may have decided to remove against the former Speaker Dajoh. Watch out, the rejected nominee may be presented to the House again, and if and when that happens, he may no longer be found wanting. We are watching. Can you just imagine? Can you just imagine? No longer, there is no separation of powers in Nigeria any longer. And this is coming from a reverend father. This is a reverend father that we are talking about here. At least the full-fledged politician we have will criticize them that, oh, they are this, they are that. This is a father, a reverend father, somebody who used to be a full-time reverend father, now turned governor of the state. You expect him to want to follow due procedures. You expect him to want to, observe separation of powers. If a man was rejected due to a lot of petitions, why not just investigate reasons why those petitions were written in the first place? Why don't you want to investigate and find out? It means it is not worthy to occupy that position. This is why we keep having thieves and people with, very, very, what's it called? Very, very lacking in value, occupy political positions. This is the reason why. even the arm of government that is entrusted with the duty of screening these commissioners, these ministers, they do not actually do their job. They just screen it because they don't want to go against the will of a president. They don't want to go against the will of a governor, and so therefore they must accept, they must screen and pass these candidates irrespective of the fact that maybe they notice anything that shouldn't make them to screen and pass the candidate. But because this is a candidate coming from the president, it's a candidate coming from the governor. Another thing that is worthy of noting here is the fact that those people who were trying to remove Dajoh in the first place, the three people who were trying to remove him, one of them is now the speaker. One of them is occupying his position. Can you just imagine? A suspended member, which means hey, things are just upside down in this country. You know, this is the reason why people keep saying that Nigeria is a banana republic, because what? Somebody who has been suspended for trying to impeach the Speaker of a House is now the Speaker, is now occupying that position. And just a few days ago, when it was reported that, those three people were suspended, the governor and his deputy came out to say that no, it's not true that they are plotting the removal of a speaker. That is not true, that they observe separation of powers and all of that. They gave a whole speech talking about how they can never do that. And now look at what is happening. He's being forced to resign. And I know that the order to resign came from above. He did not just resign willingly. And by the way, in another news, the elder brother of a speaker died. Maybe immediately when he heard the news, he collapsed. Let's take a look at the details. Tragedy has struck the family of Honorable Aondona Dajoh, the immediate past Speaker of the Benue State House of Assembly, following the sudden death of his elder brother, Elder Guamile Dajoh. Elder Guamile reportedly collapsed and died on Sunday, just hours after his younger brother tendered his resignation as Speaker of our Assembly. Details surrounding the incident remain scarce at the time of filing these reports. The late Elder Dajoh was said to have been deeply concerned over the political crisis in the House prior to his sudden passing. His death follows Honorable Aondona Dajoh's resignation, which paved the way for the election of Honorable Alfred Berger as the new speaker during an emergency plenary session. Let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. What do you all think of this? Before we go, guys, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Patriotism says he panicked too much and triggered unnecessary BP. Jaye says could be coincidence. If not, God knows about the best. Rest in peace, brother. Another comment here says, what a tragic loss. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. But wait minutes. What? But wait minutes. Because something is going wrong. Does the senior brother's life depend on the junior brother's political career position in politics? Or that why must he be now? It's the fact that, the elder brother, according to reports, has been worried about what has been happening at the Benue State Assembly, and knowing fully well that his younger brother is the Assembly Speaker. He has been very worried, and I just think that the resignation was just, the tilting point for him. Let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. Thank you very much for always watching and listening. I will see you all in my next video.